Welcome one and all back to Luminescent here. Luminescent is the channel. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, my website, luminescent6.org. I'm also available in the description box here. We're going to be working with the Modern Witch Tarot deck, as well as the Mystic Rebel Oracle deck, and the Thoth deck here as well, for clarification. So, yes, being the emperor that I am, I have a Taurus midheaven. So if you're ever wondering why am I doing readings from my bed, I work where I feel comfortable. Okay, so let's get into it. We have the device here to talk to your guides, and at the bottom, who knew? It's listen. Anyone who has followed me for my time period, I've been doing readings publicly, know that this is my favorite card in this oracle deck. Not only is she drop dead gorgeous, but it's the simple fact that we all need to listen a little bit more intently, especially when we're having conversations with our guides. We're connecting to the spirit realm that is all around us. We can receive insight into the situations that we're currently in, and that is all by the choices we decided to make. So with this moon in Scorpio opposing Uranus in Taurus, at 10 degrees will be the exact opposition. We get a little foreshadow into some unexpected changes that may be taking place when the moon comes into Taurus and conjuncts that point. Here we do have Virgo sun and moon in Scorpio, third house to Virgo. So mentally, in our mind, or mind's eye even specifically, we have an opportunity here to connect with the other side and see a psychological analysis of our emotional makeup and build that we have been fixed on using so far, whether in our entire lives or even just in this year, this astrological year, with all the changes that have been made. We get to get an insight and update into where we need to be going, what we need to be fixed on emotionally to get our psyche or our soul in union with the destination that we're choosing to head into. And Virgo and Scorpio make a sextile, so this is a great opportunity for us to not only talk to our guides and listen to the feedback that we receive, but this also is an opportunity for us as well, with Scorpio sextile into all the Capricorn energy in the 5th house of Virgo, to get creative with the messages that we do receive, from talking to our spiritual guides, our ancestors, and definitely also never forgetting to connect with the higher self. Our spiritual guides and our ancestors are always here and available to assist us whenever we need it, especially if we allow ourselves to call upon them and to call them in, call in those benevolent energies to assist us in whenever we get to a fork in the road or a crossroad. We can look to that spiritual support system that we do have, even if we can't physically see it, we only see 1% of the light that exists anyway. So keep that in mind, walking around here thinking you're alone and no one can see you. Okay, so at the bottom we have the Emperor here, divine masculine energy, Aries here, of course, and with Mars slowing down in Aries at this time, getting ready for the retrograde next month in September, we're starting to get a peak of certain frustrations that may pop up or accumulate during the retrograde. We may be trying to work towards something that right now is forcing us to take a backseat from, or not put so much energy into, because we're going to need it while we're resting during this Mars in Aries retrograde. Now, also, the Emperor card is about being in control or being controlled, and you being the deciding factor of that. With being the number 4, it's a stabilizing energy to be the Emperor. The Emperor is the king of all kings. He uses whichever element is needed at the time to make things happen. So, with this moon in Scorpio, of course, is water energy, which means we're reaching far, far, far in beyond the surface into the very, very dark depths of our emotional makeup. We're going all the way down to as far as we can reach, if we can touch that ocean bed floor of what made us the way that we are on a subconscious level. Here we have the 4 of Cups. This is Cancerian energy, as well as the 2 of Cups. We have the 6 of Disc and the 7 of Disc, one following the other. Taurian energy. The moon is exalted here, and Saturn is restricting or limiting some type of resources, or maybe receiving. With the 6 here, we're receiving limited or restrictive resources that are specific to us, with Taurus and Cancer being also a sextile energy of opportunity, but they're personal signs in the first 6 houses. So we're getting something that's specifically with this cup here directly being handed to us, and only us, if we allow that receiving mode to actually be activated. Now, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Don't feel sorry for yourself for any situations that you may have actively put yourself in, because you had to receive something through that experience that obviously you were not aware of before it happened. Or if you were aware of something, now it's with this earth energy, you're grounded into that truth. And the 6 of Disc is about giving and receiving. It can be charity. It could be an offering that you have to give, or someone else has to give to you, and accepting that love, that initiation of sincerity actually brings out the best type of foundation to raise your stocks with, to raise your value with, because with this moon in Taurus, where it's exalted, we definitely receive better when we are in a state of generosity and gratitude, and we get things that are specifically made for us, and we get to follow the signs, symbols, and other mystical codes, with Uranus and Taurus being here, that electric shock from the earth telling us through vibration and frequencies that, hey, we need to wake up and get with the program and start receiving these loving messages and downloads that, even though the basis of what we're going through, we want to remember what love truly is to us. Every situation is not going to be, cupcakes and butterflies and, rainbows and sunshine. It's not always going to be that way, which is why we have the 4 cups here, where it's like, I've been through a lot, trying to make things work on my own, and some stuff I just want to give up on. But we have a cup here saying, don't give up. There's still more to come, and it's the more to come. 2 of Cups and the 6 of Disc. This is definitely something that is specific to us, that is going to make us better, definitely in the long run, with Saturn and Taurus here. So we definitely need to shake off the ability to be stubborn and fixed in how we feel about things, Scorpio, and allow something else to come in to offer us the support that we've not only felt we were missing, but was always there for us to take if we are willing to receive it. Be willing to receive the opportunities that are presented to us, no matter what it may look like. Everything that's coming to us is an opportunity for change and transformation. So we have the 8 of Wands here, Sagittarius energy, the Ace of Swords, and another Ace of Cups, with another 6 here, the 6 of Wands. So we're guaranteed a victory by getting our tail out and going. This card in this deck is representative of definitely going out and taking action as much as you possibly can, and being inspired with the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups, being inspired by receiving this cup here, turns into a complete victory for us. Being focused, having a direct link between the mind and the heart space. And then Leo energy here, the Jupiter and Leo card, the second deacon of Leo. This is about expanding in that creativity, that creative space where the Capricorn energy is sitting with the Virgo being in the first house. So we're conscious of what is going to make us better and what decisions we need to make in order for that to happen. With the moon being in Scorpio, we get an energetic blast of deep emotional transformation, rebirth, to push out old ways of going about things that, you know, didn't serve us in the dark, and is, of course, isn't going to serve us in the light either. So we get to accept that truth and move ahead quickly with things, especially if we're communicating with our guys. This card is also about communication. Sagittarius is a communicative sign and rules perception, just like all the other mutable signs. However, this is about our highest level of learning, our highest level of education on a spiritual plane, having the ability of sight to see and be able to focus and use our emotional energies to pull in our techniques of manifestation that will guarantee us the victory that we're looking for. Now, lastly, with the Three of Cups, also Cancerian energy, we have the Two of Swords, another moon card, moon and Libra. And we have another Jupiter energy here with the Jupiter and Gemini card with the Eight of Swords. So, excuse me, now that we're done feeling sorry for ourselves and we're ready to go and take action on what we have received, either from a download from our guides or just being in tune deeply with our intuition, we receive an update or upgrade that drives us to action, to show up, you know, for ourselves and the mission that we have in the world, Jupiter, to expand on. And Jupiter here, again, we have another ace here that was at the bottom of this. So with this new beginning that is being created, 3 aces, by the way, we get to connect with ourselves or other people's situations that we have chosen to move ourselves toward. Now, we don't want to be indecisive about getting to this part, or whether we deserve it, or whether we're going to be appreciated or not. Just know that everything you do on this journey that you have, you are in full control of how you want to feel about it. You can feel sorry for yourself, and you can choose to get over feeling sorry for yourself and accept your ability to be content within yourself. Always know, especially with the Emperor being here at the bottom, you have full control over what and how you choose to receive. So it's like, don't feel sorry for yourself. Get up, get moving, and start connecting with the energies that you actually want to have in your life, and make a decisive choice about how you feel, or, you know, being able to be decisive about who you choose to be around and how they choose to receive you, Libra energy. Give and take, Venus energy. You get to differentiate who or what community you can and you can't expand yourself in, and that's just based on being aware of the facts. You know, sometimes we could tell ourselves a lot of things in our own mind based on the experiences that we went through, and we can come out on top and joining with the community that we're, you know, kind of destined to be in right now, with the North Node being in Gemini. Or the reverse may happen, where you can be joining yourself in a group that does not appreciate you for what and who you know you are to be, and choosing to stay in that will block blessings mentally from being able to succeed, caring too much of what other people think and feel all the time. So if you are in the state where maybe you feel a little down, or maybe you feel a little frustration because you have opportunities here to grow that are not being willingly accepted, you have some attachments that you're trying to blend and mend with, but certain attachments emotionally you need to let go and cut off. Now is definitely a good time during this moon of Scorpio to go ahead and make peace with the transformation of how things are going to be. And what else did I want to say here? Let me think. What was I saying before? Understand that you matter. No matter what job or role you play, those titles that we hold may be a part of what we are, but it's not really who we are. Getting to the nitty-gritty of who you are, you're automatically some form of royalty. You're automatically some form of love. You're automatically a form of whatever you cause yourself to become. You have full control over who you choose to be and who you choose to become. And whatever role that you play, accept the fact that, you're powerful. You're wonderful as is. And it doesn't mean, Virgo season, we can't work at perfecting the different ways we go about demonstrating that. It's just that you need to accept that you matter in whatever role that you do play here. You matter. Accept the fact that you matter and receive the abundance from that. Accept the fact that you have a mission to be fulfilled in this world and that it will actually bring you everything that you wanted as far as victory is concerned and accomplishing goals. And then you get to connect with that energy back. It comes back around from being decisive and not letting your mental chatter block you from being able to have a new start, a new successful start, be it money or some other physical manifestation of the energy that you chose to put out into the world and accept. So if you put in negative energy, be prepared to meet that negative energy when it comes back. If you put in the positive energy, knowing that you're powerful, knowing that you're unique, knowing that you are inventive, and knowing that you have control over your emotional state and not allowing someone else to control you emotionally or manipulate you for their personal gain, you come around and you meet that energy back again. Okay, so whenever you need some type of assistance and you are feeling kind of, emotionally low and you're trying to pick yourself up, you're trying to receive some good, from within so you can push that good energy outside into the universe. That's what your guides are here for. That's what, they're here to talk with you and allow you to listen to the ancient wisdom that they hold and not become too reliant on them, but to understand that they're here when you need them. And even that amount of acknowledgement even ceases a lot of mental chatter because now you feel supported. You have a team here that really genuinely cares about you and their mission. You have some people in their missions that are here only to support you in some type of, manner, and depending on how you look at it, it's gonna be exactly what it's supposed to be. Okay, so go ahead and receive that blessing because we're great, and the things that we receive, especially in the physical manifestation, isn't on our level. It's just something for us to here to play with as spirits that we chose to come here and play with. Okay, don't take life way too serious, but understand that seriously, you're in control. Get in touch with your soul. All right. Thank you for the reading today for this moon in Scorpio. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do end up finding a really deep connection with someone, definitely go ahead, if healthily, copulate that, consummate that love, consummate that reunion, and do so healthily. Like I said again, this is Virgo season. Don't get it twisted, boo. All right, peace.